you're really going to see on the way to the moon.
Well, well, well. We are back again, and we should be, hopefully, live, right? If I indeed have it correct, because, yeah, me, technology, hey, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are in this absolutely insane world that we live in. Holy moly! Where do you even begin? At the beginning. Yeah, the beginning, right? Let's go back to there. Wherever that is, of course. So we are indeed back again. We should be live. It appears we are. We're good to go. We're cooking by gas. Probably one of the kind of the kind of final parts on the whole Charlie Kirk saga, Kirk Gate, if you like. Yeah. So we'll talk about that tonight, and then probably in passing we'll talk about it in the future, if needs be. Then yeah, we'll come back, we'll look again, we'll see what the score is, right? If we maybe we miss something, I don't know. It is what it is, the world is what it is. And that's a whole other story. That's another story, right? Let's be honest. So we are indeed back again. Been quite a mild week here. So it's been great, right? It's been mild and a bit like a Indian summer, possibly. Could you call it that? Not sun splitting the trees or paddling pool barbecue material, but mild and mild enough to be happy and content. But of course, the agenda, let's say, it would say no, it's bad. It's bad news, right? Because of course, climate change. Ah, right. And remember, you cannot argue against climate change. If you do, you're a climate denier, a conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat, all the rest of it. Um, in saying that, when I think about people I've spoke to in the past, people who are maybe a wee bit um sheeple, let's say, right? That's the best way to put it. Sheeple. Even a lot of them are a bit like, yeah, the whole climate change, it's a bit, you know, something's not right there. I don't think it's right, but they don't say much more than that. But it just goes to show, pretty much right across the board, a lot of people say, "Hey, wait a minute." You know where you can stick that, of course, right? So we'll do a bit of Charlie Kirk tonight. I reckon the next stream that I do will be a kind of geoengineering slash weather modification stream. So put a name to that, right? Put a name to that. There's a task. I reckon that'll be, I don't know, Sunday, possibly. Right? But we're good to go. How long tonight? I don't know. How long is a piece of string, right? Let's go with that. And I've got a few slides, so we'll crack on through that. Yeah, the whole just going back to the whole kind of Agenda 2030, bringing it all in, this kind of doomsday fucking scenario, because that's what it's like. Let's not beat about the bush. And there's a big kind of shift in what they call, it's sustainability. Things have got to be sustainable now. But even though they're not, it's like, well, it's better than before, right? And well, hey, that's debatable, I suppose. Although you wouldn't be allowed to argue against it. And it's this whole kind of switch over, let's say, from using petrol or diesel to, well, you can use a battery car now, or you can use battery tools and just everything, basically. Anything that needed petrol or oil or diesel before, oh, we've got a battery version now, and it's better and it's more sustainable, right? And that's not going away. That's definitely not going away. And it's now at a point where I don't think they could ever try and go back now. They've came so far. I mean, they were going to do it anyway. And even the councils now, I think most of the councils in Scotland, they're switching to battery. Anything that can be battery, they'll switch to it, no matter what, right? And in their eyes, there's no alternative. There's nothing they can't do. Even though some things they want to keep as petrol, they don't think they've got a choice, and they're now at a stage, if not already, spending quite a lot of probably your money, to be honest, our money, on switching over to battery. Is it going to be more sustainable? Well, hey, time will tell on that. Time will tell. To be honest, I doubt it. We'll be being led right into it again. That's pretty much a guarantee, right, in the world that we're in. So I don't know if in that, even that, I've spoke to lots of people and mixed kind of views. Oh well, I quite like the petrol. Sorry, the electric. And they'll say, "Oh, I thought I wouldn't like it, but I tried it and I like it, and I'm not going back now." Do you know that they're not going back? Uh, some of them, because a lot of some electric cars, and I think a lot of people think, oh, they're all automatic, and they think, nah, I don't want to be driving automatic. But then they do, and then they tend to not go back as well, right? It's a different ball game. So I don't know. There's mixed views, but in terms of pushback on the whole Agenda 2030, I mean, there's not been any, and there's kind of no wonder in the whole 2020 scenario. They had seen enough to think, well, no matter what we do, they're probably going to accept it. That's kind of what the feeling I get. I mean, yeah, there was kind of pushback to a degree, but not kind of. I don't think as much as there should have been, to be honest. Um, will we ever get to that point? I don't know. I'm unsure, but I was wanting to see a wee bit more. And you could say, well, lead by example, right? And that's definitely it. We all should have been kind of thinking like that. Well, let's do what we can. In terms of 2020, I didn't take any of it anyway. So they never kind of. It's not like, oh, I'm going to lose my job or this that. I wasn't affected in that way. A lot of people thought, right, can't go out. I wasn't. I didn't. Without kind of getting the police at my door, I didn't bother. I thought, nah, why should I? Why would I be locking my cell up for what exactly? And even early on, it was like, nah, hey, this is not for me, not for me, right? And we got to see tyranny in its glory, kinda. And we seen the powers that be, they showed their hand, and we got to see it. We got to see the beast in action in our own wee, let's call it nations, if you like. But on top of that, right across the board in lockstep. I mean, if that didn't tell you or doesn't tell you that there's strings that get pulled and it's right across the board. No exception, man. No exception. Not your Israel, uh, Plasticine, Palestine, Russia, Iran, I don't know, San Marino, Gibraltar, Scotland, Big Uncle Sam, right? Even Palestine. And that's one where some people can't, they kind of, nah, it can't be, you know? But even the people of Palestine will be being sold out by people who claim to be of that land themselves, man. They'll be selling them out because there's people here doing the exact same thing to us, to me and you, and we know that, guarantee. And I mean, without kind of going down the whole political politics scenario, we'd be here all day, right? There's a lot going on. There's so much going on. And remember what Jerry Cinnamon said, every man's truth is another man's waste of time. And it's kind of like, how do you get all these people who are, we know the score to an extent. We know the corruption before us, but how do they unite? We see people being united for, I don't know, what could there be examples? You could say sport is a big example. World events, I guess, sporting events, marathons, Hogmanay, New Year, the whole world kind of uniting. But to try and fight back against tyranny, nah, forget it, man. And I do sometimes wonder, I don't know if anybody else wonders, probably, maybe not, to be fair. Because we know a wee bit, let's say, when it comes to the likes of predictive programming, conditioning masses, nudging them, the whole behavioral science, getting you to think and act a particular way, even just by picking particular colors in a logo. I'm sure is it not McDonald's and Burger King? They'll never change the color because them certain colors are linked to seemingly making people hungry. And it's like, fucking, is it that simple to kind of nudge a human being, right? And I tend to think if it's that easy, then it might be easier than we think to maybe nudge them down a good road or in a way that might benefit humanity as a whole. Could that ever be achieved? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think you would be up against it, but we're up against it daily. A lot of people out there know. Some people call it a spiritual war. I think there is a spiritual war in there. There's a bit, in my own kind of view, that there's a bit more to it than that. But war is a good way to put it. That's the world that we're in. Silent wars that are continuously going on, portrayed on me and you. And to some folk out there, that might sound a bit, nah, that's what's he talking about, you know? But when you really get down to it, when you really start to do your digging and your research, fucking hell. A lot of the time, people end up coming away just thinking, why are they're just trying to kill us at each and every turn and corner. They put this and that, this and this, the food, the water, the spraying, the whole society they put us in. And people tend to always come away with the kind of conclusion, well, they're just trying to kill you, depopulation. They want to kill everyone. And I think they do kind of manipulate the population. Just like a shepherd, a farmer with sheep, with his herd. That's kind of the best way to describe it. The population's an interesting one. What do they say the world's at? 8 billion people? 7 billion sheeple? I mean, do people believe that? I don't know. I don't know about that. I reckon they'd be over egging the pudding. And that's one they've done for many, many decades now, and saying, oh, look, it's a big problem. We need to nip it on the bud, right? The world can't survive. You can't survive. But then you've got everything else on top of that. Do you know how people get ill and get cancer and get sick? And then the operations they put upon us at 9/11, hearing about things like MK Ultra. I mean, again, a lot of people talk about sheeple and we're just the herd and what have you. It could be for a lot of people it's a lot worse than even that. They're no more than a guinea pig, a lab rat, man. A lab rat. In fact, in some cases, a lab rat would be treated better. And I've heard people mention before the whole world, it's like different petri dishes where they'll do this and test that and this, that, and the next thing. And yeah, hey, I don't think anyone can argue with that. That's a kind of good way to put it. All petri dishes in the same bloody laboratory with the same paid scientists, right? We are not worthy. So when when a lot of people do research, they stumble down rabbit holes they would have never probably imagined even existed. And it can knock people back. It'll make you or break you, right? It'll make you or break you. But again, it all comes down to the individual and I guess perception. And of course, what you give your attention to. I think that's a key point, which I don't think. I mean, it's a simple thing, but it's not. It's not picked up on it enough. I don't think, because when they've got your attention, they've got you. They've got you, man, and they can start pulling and prodding at your emotions and manipulating you, basically. And a lot of the time now, it's the media and the news that they're the main candidate for that. And I've talked about this before many times. And I remember talking about a house that I walked past, and it was about, I don't know, 11:30 at night. And this particular guy, I could see the guy. I looked up and I just seen the guy. He was like sitting in his room. I think it was a bedroom, possibly. And he's got this big television on the wall in his bedroom late at night, and he's watching Sky News. He's sitting there watching Sky News, man. And I'm thinking, fuck, what the heck? Honestly. But you've got people who they'll watch it all the time. They'll watch it religiously, constantly, even though it's on a loop as well. And the fact they've got it constantly and on a loop, if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what would, to be fair. And I often speak to people who I know, they watch it a lot. And they'll, anytime, I don't know what an example would be, something that's happened somewhere that's seemingly quite serious, and they'll ask you about it, like genuinely, you can see it's affected them emotionally. And that's what it does, man. And people just they live by watching it. And although my late father, I mean, he was still here. He passed away what 2012 maybe. Um, so he did watch the Sky News 24. It had been on the go. I don't know, maybe since 2000 and early 2000s. But before then, there was no running news in the UK. Well, not in Scotland anyway. You couldn't sit and watch the. Well, you could if you recorded it, I guess, on VHS. But for my father in particular, it was the news at I don't know 7 8 a.m. Say 8 a.m. Then the news at 6 p.m. Then 10 p.m. Like every day, every single day, pretty much without fail. And if it wasn't a show that you wanted to watch, you would be watching the news. And now it's throughout the day. Quite incredible, the way it's went. So we're back again. What we'll do is we'll say hello, and we'll kind of get down to it, right? Like I said, I'll be back in the next few days, and it'll be a bit more in the way of weather modification. Yeah. They can't modify the weather. Sure. Why not? Right, let's go with that. And of course, there's been big talk about, oh, there's a new strain. Fuck. There's a new strain, right? And I've heard people talk. Oh, he's got the C19. It's back. It's back again, and it's bigger than ever. And if you've got these symptoms, then you've got it, right. Uh, some people saying, well, they might do it again. Are they going to do it again? I can't see it, to be honest. Not yet. I can't see it. I couldn't see it be. Right, I could be wrong, but I couldn't see it being this year. I couldn't see it being next year. In fact, when is the next US election? I wonder if Trump could pull a pandemic on that and say, look, we can't have the election. I've got to stay for a third term, right? Because we know they might do it with the whole, oh, it's World War III. Sorry, but I need to do, I need to do another term. So there you go. What can you do, right? Bloody emergencies. Would that surprise me? Probably not, to be honest. I think Trump is the perfect puppet for the powers that be. So they might think, fuck it, do you know what? We'll keep this guy in for as long as we can. We've got him in our pocket, right? And he might somehow enjoy that position of puppet president. I mean, how could you, right? I tend sometimes in the past I've wondered that. Do you know these so-called politicians who seemingly make the call to like bomb here, bomb there? Do you know it's like killing all these people, but yet they don't bat an eyelid, and politicians seemingly making a decision on, say, I don't know, welfare for elderly people, knowing fine well that it'll probably kill, I don't know, thousands, let's say, of elderly people, and they'll just smile about it and say, look, well, we're doing our best, right? We're doing our best here. Um, Even when it comes to the police, I don't know how they can do it. You know, when some people, yeah, I can see why they can do it, but the odd average Joe and some of the people I've seen getting arrested and the way they've been treated as well. And I think, how can they go home at night after doing that and just fucking sleep like a baby? Probably. psychotic, man. They've got to be. A lot of them have got to be. Politics most definitely draws the most psychotic people you will ever come across. Guaranteed. You can take that to the bank, man. Take it to the bank. So can you trust a politician? Not a fucking hope in hell you can. Not a hope, right? And I say that as well because people say, well, Trump, no, forget it. Look, politician, do not trust him. RFK, forget it. Forget it, man. Doesn't matter what he's going to say. Look at what they do in the long run as well. Look at where it's going. Right? You can't trust that. He's a Kennedy, man. He's a Kennedy. You probably get whacked anyway. So I shouldn't laugh about that, but that's probably on the cards for RFK, especially when you're dealing with big pharma. I mean, come on, they tend to not fuck about, right? Wait, who's in the way? Take him out. Take him out. I mean, how much would it really cost? I don't know. We better not go there, right? I'll be getting taken out next. Where did he go? But yeah, they'll. Hey, again, going sort of Charlie Kirk situation. All the politicians behind a big protective glass layer. Nah, nobody can get them now. Nobody can get us knocking on it like, fuck you, giving everyone the bird, right? Can't get us now. Look, we're protected. And I think I've not looked at it, but I think an incident seemingly occurred today in the UK. Yeah. So I don't know. Hey, we might end up looking into it. I don't know. A lot of things happen in the UK from time to time. But this could be one they're going to try and make something from. And that's usually an indication to bad origin, let's say. Of course, like I said before, the starting point's got to be don't buy it. Don't buy it. That's got to be the starting point. It's got to be. It's got to be. No matter what it is, it's the media. Let's not forget. Always remember who you're dealing with. You can't forget that. Know your enemy, man. Know your enemy. So we'll say hello and then we'll get down to it. Is there anybody out there? We're back again. Let me just double check. We're okay. We're okay. We're good to go. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. You better subscribe. You better like it. You better share it. Every single thing, right? I never say that. I meant to probably say it. Yeah, try and say it. But it is what it is, right? If you like it, good. If you don't, hey, even better. Even better, right? Make sure everything is your own choice in this free world that we're in. This free world, right? The land of the free, of course. Yeah, who could forget? Why isn't oh there we go. Jay Hart in the hood. Good evening, Jay. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you back again. And the Irish brothers in the hood tonight, Kieran and Paul as well. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well over the water in God's second country. Of course, I'm in God's country, and then Ireland is second, right? Don't worry, England, you're third, right? Okay, Wales, you're equal third. We'll go with that. That's as good as it gets here. So good to see you, Kieran, Paul, tight Scotsman in the hood. Sound is good. Good man, I'll take your word for it. And of course, the wee black flag, the blank black flag. If you ever see that and think, what the heck is that? Does anybody think that? What the hell's that? Is it surrender? Or would it be the opposite of surrender? Because it's black. Of course, it's meant to be a Scotland flag, but seemingly we don't exist, right? What is it? Scotland? I can't find it. We don't exist. We're not allowed to have a flag. No, no, you can't have it. Of course, we're the British Union. So Scotland having a flag? Nah, let's not go there. Oh, funnily enough, as well on that, this whole flag situation in I don't know if people have seen it. The American side of That's Life But Not As We Know It, they've maybe not seen it. I think it's a kind of UK thing that's going on currently. Maybe Paul or Kieran, they can let us know if it's happening in God's second country. But yeah, it's happening here as well, seemingly. Even in my town, little old Elgin. Someone's been putting up. It's not me, by the way. Someone's been putting up. I think it's Union Jacks. We'll call them the British flag, and people have been someone anyway. I reckon it's just one person, probably. Giving myself away, right? And they've been putting them up, and the council have said, "Look, we'll keep taking them down." So I don't know how long it'll go on for. He'll put them up, they'll take them down, put them up, take them down. I don't know. If it was a Scotland flag, would they take it down? Probably. Because they seem to think, well, it's because of it's anti-immigrant far right. And it's like, well, it's a fucking flag, mate. It's a flag. It's a flag. Oh, but people might feel intimidated. Fuck off. Honestly. Intimidated by a flag? Intimidated. Come on. So what if you're putting up for, I don't know, a football game? Oh, that's okay, but you can't just put it up for the crack, right? In case someone gets intimidated. I mean, I can't see anybody getting intimidated. I mean, it's nonsense, that. Complete nonsense. I can't see anybody being intimidated by it, but the council have said, look, we'll take them down. We'll keep taking them down. So we'll see how long it goes on for. It'll probably die out, to be honest. But I don't, to be honest, I kind of feel if they just didn't make a big deal about it, it would be fine. And nobody would even be bothered. But of course, they're making this big fucking hoo-ha about it and drawing attention to it. Like, look at, there's absolute hatred for immigrants and just anybody. There's hate out there, and it's like, fuck off, man. Do you know someone's probably done it just for the attention, to be honest? At least here where I am, especially when it's a Union Jack. It's Scotland that you're in. I mean, come on. So we're yeah, I'll keep an eye on the flag situation. It's quite an interesting one. We'll see what develops from it. Where did I get to there? Fuck, missed quite a few. Oh, let's go back. All the way back. Oh man. Right, hold comments. Hold comments for the time being. Where did I even get? Oh, I don't even know where I got to. Shite. So Paul's here, Kieran's here. Oh, there we go. Tight Scotsman. We got to maybe there with the black flag. The pirate flag, right? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Distracting me, typical. Toffee in the hood. I hope you're doing well, Toffee. Good to see you. Elon Musk looks like a sad face drawn in biro on a heroin addict's knee. Classic. I was thinking that myself. I thought, fucking hell, he's aged quite a bit. Or am I imagining that? I don't know. Maybe just used to seeing a younger photo of Musk. But I thought, fucking hell, he's aged a fair bit, right? Quite incredible. the whole Musk scenario. I mean, if ever there was an individual to kind of say, look, the world's run by fucking, well, not run, but the world's surrounded by these actors who are there to enable agendas. And he's jumped about fucking willy nilly here, there, and everywhere. Richest man in the world. Fucking buys X or Twitter. It started off at PayPal. He's got the so-called satellites, and he's got the internet, and he's got his Tesla, and he's got this, he's got that, he's got the Boring Company. I mean, fucking hell, who's even got the time to do 3 of them companies, man? But all the stuff that he does, and we've talked about this before. We've talked about this because in particular, the guy, I'm saying guy, the dude, Bill Gates. Do you know all the stuff that he was doing? And oh, he's doing this. He's the boss here, CEO. He's this, he's that, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Come on. I mean, honestly, and here's me. Here's the average Joe fucking juggling one job in family, and it's like, God, it's hard going. But no, when it comes to these individuals, nah, they can own everything, do everything, be everything. And yeah, not a problem, right? And people can't see that there's something not right there. Do you know? I don't know how people they can't see that. They just they tend to think, oh, yeah, he's a very intelligent man, Elon Musk and Bill Gates. And I don't know if you've ever seen when Bill Gates was seemingly up at a court hearing, and there's a recording of Bill Gates being grilled on the in the dock. It's quite a good watch, to be honest, to see him squirm. As kind of evil as it sounds. We're becoming Bill Gates. Do you know, to see the guy fucking on the spot, even though it kind of seemed a bit, I don't know, set up, but at points he seemed to be a bit squirmish and wasn't giving anything away. I think it was the whole Microsoft trial, going back a good bit now. But I can remember at one point as well, he's kind of rocking back and forth in his chair. Just rocking back and forth, and you just picture him in this fucking straight jacket, rocking away. An absolute psycho, man. A complete and utter psycho. I mean, how anybody could trust him, I don't know. And Elon Musk, and let's not forget when we're on about Musk, and then they put him in the White House as well. I mean, come on. So they gave him the politician tag as well. Yet people in the so-called truth community movement, they think that Musk might be a good egg. Come on, look at his family, look at his history. Don't buy it, man. Don't be fooled by it. Pissing down. Yeah, we got a good bit of rain this afternoon, but throughout the week, it's been great. It's been great, and we're due rain. I must admit, I can't remember it being this dry here in terms of the ground. It's like so dry, so dry, man. But of course, we've had a great summer. Even the springtime was great. It's one of the best springs and summers weather-wise I can remember since being quite a young child, growing up, and the summers were great. One or two maybe stood out, 97 possibly, and maybe 98 has been a great summer. So it's been a while since I kind of thought, yeah, that was great, but spring was great. And we talked about this before. Do you know, spring, it comes and it goes like that. So you've really got to capture it and enjoy it, right? Because next thing it's gone. And I was saying, look, oh, it was great. It was the best spring ever. Everything's kind of got a head start, and there's no stopping it. Do you know, the best of conditions. And the media are saying, danger, hottest spring ever. And it's not good news. it's bad news, right? Same with the summer. Great summer, fantastic in the media. Oh, it's been terrible. Global warming. Look out. What you gonna do, right? Mitigation. Yeah, you've got to start saving the planet. Me and you, of course. We foot the bill. Ulick in the hood. Good to see you, Ulick. I hope you're doing good. Ulick and Joni, of course, over in the land of the free. Where is that? Good question. Good question, right? If you find out, let me know. Lucy in the hood. I hope you're doing good. That rhymed. Fucking hell, I'm wasted here. Right, that's it. I'm packing my bag. I'm gone. We're done. I'm a poet, and I never even. Nah, I didn't know it. To be honest, I did know it. I've knew it. I've always knew it. The next Robert Burn. Nah, let's not go there. He was a master mason. So we won't go down that route. Ulick and Joni, good to see you. Chilster in the hood, back again. I hope you're doing well down in somewhere in Englandshire. London, possibly. Somewhere about London, right? I'm going to go with that. I know your accent. I'm going to say London, right? He's going to say he's from South Africa now. And be like, what the is he on about? What's he been smoking? TikTok in the hood. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Kieran, Ulick, Chilster. Oh, Carol. Good to see you, Carol. Back again. Fantastic. Toffee in the hood. Me and Sensum have been filling out Telegram group chat up this evening with Auntie Scott. Oh, you fuck. That's it. Putting him on a timeout. Put him on a timeout. They're going on the naughty step, right? And of course, fuck. Me, Toffee, and Sensum done a stream on Friday. Was it Friday? No, Saturday. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but it's gone. It's not there now. It's not there anymore. And no, it wasn't anything that I said. No, it wasn't Toffee being seemingly racist. It wasn't that. So nothing to worry about. Well, kinda is a wee bit worrying, to be honest, because one of the guests sent some. He played. I think it might have been by mistake. He played one of his personal clips that he had, and we made a laugh and a joke about it. And he never showed the full clip because it's the rest of it's too graphic. But Sensum will keep that to himself. He'll keep that to himself. And of course, it was well, as far as I can see, it was an AI generated video, and somehow YouTube did not like it. But you see a lot of AI generated videos on YouTube, but they don't get a strike. So I got a strike for, I don't know, fucking AI manipulation or something like that. And because it was the first time I've been done for such a crime, let's say, heavens forbid, right? I never got an actual strike. I got a warning, so a slap on the wrist. Like, I'm warning you, don't do that again. You'll fucking toe the line here. And if you don't watch it, you'll get terminated again. What, again? Yes, again. For the third time. Dun, dun, dun. What for this time? Fucking AI manipulated bloody porn. Let's go with that. Now, they kind of already tried that one. So maybe, I don't know, something a bit different. They'll mix it up a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've seen YouTube have seemingly let a lot of channels back. So that was quite interesting. After all that we went through. And I was kind of thinking, right, if you're letting them back, what about all the videos that you fucking removed and deleted? Put them back, right? Put them back. Because when my channel was lying, terminated, deleted, in a weird kind of hibernation mode. Bloody strange, man. But anyway, YouTube in the background, YouTube continued to delete and remove videos like every week, man, every week. So for about up to I think it was the best part of a year, I was getting a email from YouTube saying, "Oh, sorry to say, we've removed a video." And I'm sitting thinking, you deleted the bloody channel, and you're telling me you're removing videos, and the channel's fucking removed, deleted, terminated for seemingly medical misinformation. Sure, which it turned out not to be. Shock horror. But that's what they went down the it was medical misinformation route. And it was bloody weird, man, to the point where it was bloody annoying. And I'm thinking, well, you get to France, I don't care. What's the point in telling me when you've deleted it? It's terminated. But no, oh, we'll take this one away. Oh, we'll take that away. Oh, talking about the juice there. We'll take that one away. What was the other one? Oh, talking about gene editing. Now we can't have that. We'll take that away. Yeah, mainly the juice and a few of the done previously fought syndromes, right? We'll delete that. And it must have been over at least 70 videos removed in the period of termination in that time frame. And then I win an appeal and they say, look, yeah, we made a mistake. Oh, fuck, sorry about that. It was, one of these things where sometimes we make a mistake, but don't worry. Here, you can have it back now, right? Here, take it. So they gave me it back. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Give me the videos back as well. If you made a mistake, why not give them back? But they don't. They're permanently gone. It's a weird fucking machine. YouTube and Google. It really is. It fucking really is. Do I trust it? I certainly don't. I wouldn't. I mean, how could you? It's run by Google and, of course, Alphabet. Basically stemming back to, of course, shock horror, BlackRock. I do sometimes wonder, what do they use it for? What do the powers that be gain? And I would imagine we would probably fill a whole 4-hour stream on talking about that, to be honest. Maybe that's one we could get into. Do we want to see it through? I don't know. I mean, hey, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm nobody, man, compared to some big time researchers out there. None of the fucking controlled op. But they do tend to go for people. And you probably wouldn't hear much about it, to be honest. They wouldn't want you to. And I do sometimes wonder if telling what you deem as the truth, I believe that in itself probably has a bit of a lifespan. Because of course, the more people you get to, the more they're going to take notice. And I think a lot of that, I think they see a better way around that. And that's, of course, basically controlling the opposition completely. You don't have to kill them then, because you control it anyway, right? So it can be hard for people to... I mean, some people, they'll believe anything, to be honest. But I know there's an individual at the moment quite big called, I think it's Candice Owens. I don't know where she even originates from, but she's kind of blew up and is quite big, I would say. Is she genuine? I very much doubt it. I doubt it. Not someone who you can't get that big and have that big a reach. In my view, anyway, You can't get that big without being controlled. You can't. It won't happen. It won't happen. And if you step out of line, forget it. You'll be finished, man. That night you'll be finished, and you'll be carrying out a new job. I can assure you. So I wouldn't. I know a lot of people. I'm not saying anybody here. I don't think, but I know a lot of people. They will listen to the likes of her. It doesn't mean what she's saying is incorrect, but it means it would be worth taking with a gigantic pinch of salt. And to be honest, I'd give it a wide berth completely. I'd imagine most people here are probably better investigators, let's say, than Candice Owens, without sounding too offensive, right? Without sounding too offensive. But there's gonna be people out there. There's got to be people out there who are indeed what you would call controlled opposition. Um, and for me, in my own personal view, it's gut instinct that tells you more than anything, and it won't let you down. It will not let you down. I can guarantee you it won't. Who's shells that people mention? Who's the one kind of name that I hear most? Um, Probably David Icke is the one that I hear the most. David Icke. I've only read one of David Icke's books, and it was The Biggest Secret. The Biggest Secret. Is Icke controlled up? I mean, he's quite big, right? He is quite big. He's not just some random guy. He's quite big. You could say, well, he got banned from different countries. He did. He did, seemingly. Is he controlled? Is he controlled up? I don't know, man. I kind of want him not to be. I don't know what it is. I kind of want him not to be. But I'm kind of thinking, well, potentially he would be a candidate. Alex Jones, someone said. I think funny you say that. I just watched before I came on. I was watching a video. It came up. I don't know if anybody else came up on their feed, but it was what's the guy's name? Joe Rogan, and Alex Jones, and it was from 2001, and it was fucking weird, man. It was so weird. And do you know what? Alex Jones in it, he said he was 26. Maybe we can get it if we've got time. And he looks about 47. Honest to God. In the video, 2001, Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, you'll find it on YouTube. It was, I don't know, honestly, it was weird. It was a bit weird. And Jones is like, I'm 27. And even Joe Rogan got his hair, and it's completely different. You would hardly recognize him. And Jones is giving it, I'm showing him his ID. Because even Joe Rogan's like, nah, you can't be 27. Fuck off. But seemingly he was, and I'm thinking, Jesus fucking hell. What was he eating for breakfast, man? He's 20. Honestly, he looked about 40. And he was seemingly 27. And I thought, that's fucking weird, that. And when it comes to Jones, I think without a doubt, man, even going back to what Bill Cooper said about Jones and well, I think first in 1998. So you're going back a good bit, man. These people are used, and yeah, they can say things that are probably correct, but in the wider scale of it, they're not good news, I can assure you. And we've really got to be thinking for ourselves anyway. There's going to be no knight in shining armor unless unless you look in the mirror, you might see who that knight is. Because it can only be you. It can only be us, right? We know that Candice Owen is a Mason, probably. Yeah, probably right there. On a plane, we better finish off saying hello, or we'll be here all night. On a plane, sent some as well. Where did he go? What did I do? He's in the hood, probably being racist to the Scots, of course, right? The sweaty jocks. Anybody else quickly before we kind of crack on? Joe Rogan is the hardest 5'5" man on earth. He's tiny but could kick your head clean off. I don't know. He's quite chubby now. I think I'd give him a good go now, right? I don't know. Even back in his day, why not, right? If you go, don't do it now, but you'll see. You'll probably see that video. I might actually make a video on it. We'll see, right? So what we'll do is anybody else quickly, TikTok, Toffee, J Hart in the hood, Paul, or Refuse Nick as well. Good to see you, Sean. Where did it go? Joe Rogan with hair is comedy. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird. I'm sitting watching it thinking, fucking hell, he did have hair. You hardly recognize him. I'm thinking, wait a minute. That guy had hair. But honestly, I thought when Joan said he, and it's so weird, man. I'm kind of thinking it could be a scripted kind of conversation. It's quite an interesting conversation that they have, to be fair. But I think a good sort of bit of fucking evidence anyway to say, look, these guys, they're actors from day one, man. Day one. A lot of people, not people here, I'd imagine, but people out there, they kind of think Joe Rogan is a good guy. Oh, it's just, look, he smokes weed. He's a normal guy, right? He's a normal guy. You can trust him. You can't. Hey, when you get an $80 million plus deal from some media company, you're not one of us. I can assure you of that, man. I can assure you. So good to see Sean in the hood. Anybody else quickly? What did I miss? Sensum. Thanks very much, Sensum. He's paying me back for the warning that I got. Here, take this. I'm sorry, right? Much appreciated. Of course, it was only a warning, so we're all good. But good to see you. Yeah, you heard it here first. There's a fight. It's going to draw in millions, right? A wild card. It probably would draw in millions of viewers. That some fucking a bit like Rocky, you know, some wild card, nobody up against the world. I don't know, the world champion Elon Musk, someone like that. I could definitely smash Musk. I mean, yeah, that would be easy. I mean, the guy's a clone, right? He would just burst. He would get done. But I better watch what I'm saying. I'll be getting arrested. That's Toffee's fault. I'm going to get another strike. Another strike incoming. Oh, Martin as well. Good to see you, Martin. Yeah, that's right. Spotify. Yeah, there you go. I mean, come on. That might most definitely give the game away. That gives the game away, right? Surely. You're part of the club there. He probably got promoted in the Masonic order. And along with that, he got this contract. I mean, the guy, he is a bit like an average kind of dude in a sense. That's it. He might have been able to fight at one point, but a lot of people can. Many people can. There's probably a million billion other, well, not quite that, but there's most definitely thousands of other people out there that would do a better job than Joe Rogan. A much better job. But yeah, Joe Rogan gets the gets the deal, right, and the secret handshake to seal it. Yeah, I mean, they kind of make a mockery of the sport itself. Remember they got the YouTube dude to fight fucking Mike Tyson. I think Tyson's wanting to fight someone else now. Oh, fucking hell. The guy could hardly throw a punch, man. I watched it and thought, fucking hell. He's fighting an old man here. How could you even do that? People were saying, oh, but the money, right? I'd fight him for the money. What, you'd beat up an old man for the money? Some people, I guess they maybe would. But I mean, how much have they got Tyson in their pocket as well? Look, you're still going to be in the ring when you're fucking old. And it's not even like he's not making money. He's been making plenty of money as well. I think he's big on the cannabis farms now in America and done quite well from that. Probably made millions across the board. But then he's involved in this fighting and he's like an OAP. And in my view, it makes a mockery, but it's telling of the world that we're in. It's telling of it, man. The professionalism, where it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone. It's going to be all out celebrity death match for the winner becomes the president. That's what it's going to be in the octagon, fighting it out. Winner takes all. Winner becomes the puppet for the masters, right? I fell asleep watching that film. Is it called Running Man with Arnold, Big Arnie? A bit of a weird one, that, right? Has anybody seen it? Fucking hell. Dodgy, strange, bloody film. And you know, when it comes to Big Arnie, the best acting he does is when he does not speak at all. That's the best acting. As soon as he's speaking and he's got dialogue, a bit like myself, as soon as he's got dialogue, forget it. His acting is out the window. But yeah, fucking strange film. We might look into it. But that's of course for another day. Anybody else? Frank just getting in over the line. Frank Barron in the hood. I hope you're doing well, Frank. Martin, Mad Fox as well. Good to see you back again. Hope you're doing good. Chilster, Sean, all good. I think we got everybody. So I'll try and keep an eye and we'll come back. We'll see what the score is. We're kind of recapping, doing an update, a wee bit of info. And again, going back to my kind of view, unless you yourself are physically at one of these events, well, even maybe then fucking you'd be questioning. But wherever you're getting your information from, you've got to kind of think it might not be true. That's a possibility. So with me, again, my starting point's got to be, now you can't buy it until I guess you've bought it. Don't buy it until you've bought it, right? So you don't buy it until you kind of get to see a good bit of it for yourself. And that can take time. And a lot of the times with these events, let's say, over time it tells. And the majority of them, and I've kind of got to watch how I'm wording it. The majority of these occasions are not what they appear. Does that mean every single fucking event? Possibly not. If it's on the media 24 hours a day, that could be an indication. That could be a very good indication. If they have solutions waiting, that's most definite big indication. when it comes to the Kirk scenario, is there red flags to be seen? Most definitely. Most definitely. Has my starting point changed? Probably not. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't buy any of it, man. How could you? After what we've went through and what we've seen with the whole Trump, oh, they shot his ear. What? It didn't come off. Oh yeah, but it was a magic ear. And remember, and this is no word of a lie, man. This is the world that we're in. The fuck people were saying, look, hey, you put a plaster on your ear, right? A bullet skiffed your ear. A bullet from a high-powered rifle skiffed your ear, and it was bleeding, so it was cut. But then you put a wee plaster on it, and then fucking hey presto, it grew back. And Trump came out and said, look, well, the doctor said it was the best ear that he's seen grow back in his career. It healed up the best he's ever seen in his life. And it's like, fucking, I mean, honestly, they can say anything, man, and people, they'll buy it. They'll just buy it straight up. And you got no close-up images or anything like that saying, look, here's this scar. Do you know, like you would be straight on fucking, I don't know, Instagram or Snapchat. Look at that bad boy. Look at the bullet dodger here. You know, the bullet dodger himself. Or there would be some, you would expect them to maybe say, look, put out the image of the, I mean, they put Kennedy out fucking with his head basically blown off. Oh, look, here he is. Nothing left of the guy practically. But you can't get to see Trump in his magic ear, right? So straight off the bat, I couldn't buy that straight away. Can I buy this? I can't buy it. Can I put any money on it? I wouldn't put money either way. But my starting point would be, look, prove it to me. Otherwise, I'm not fucking buying it. I'm not. And what we're going to see by the looks of it is some form of what they're going to call a court case and a court trial, which began the other day. And I did watch the first. I think it was the second hearing. So we'll talk about that a wee bit. It would appear they're going to push for the patsy to get the death penalty, which would kind of be fitting for the whole patsy scenario, right? Because the majority of time they don't last very, very long until they seemingly get taken out. But again, like I said, going back to JFK and Oswald getting shot, I couldn't buy that either. We didn't buy it. The way it all happened in front of the camera in a perfect position. The guy comes out, just some random, well, maybe not some random dude actually. Yeah, funny that. Pulls out a gun and shoots Oswald in the stomach. In the stomach. In the stomach. And he's dead. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you could probably die from a shot in the stomach, but I don't think it would take a fucking fair bit for you to die from a, you would probably have to bleed out to till you were dead. As far as I'm aware, you don't die with a shot to the stomach. But let's say you do anyway. The whole way it happened, right? And if you've never thought that with that particular scenario, don't do it right now, but next time you get a chance, look back. And by the way, I've never shot anyone in the stomach. Disclaimer. Yet. If you look back on that, we I don't know, a different kind of frame of mind. You'll see it, man, for what it is. You'll see it. You'll feel it. Or you won't, right? Or maybe you won't. So we'll talk a wee bit in regards to the case. And of course, I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. And if you've got anything to add or subtract, correct, criticize, get 'em off. Then hey, feel free. Fucking do what, throw it. Why not? Say what you've got to say. Yeah, I can take it. I can take it, right? We get feedback usually quite good. Again, I'm not a journalist. I'm not an investigator or maybe an amateur investigator. I'd go that. I'll go that far as a beginner, right? Intermediate, maybe not even intermediate. But I've certainly got a good bit of life experience behind me, and I'm genuinely, there's a rooted concern with the world that we're in. Rooted, man. I don't know if it's DNA. I genuinely do not know, but it's fucking rooted, and it's like it. I don't know. It's kind of in your blood, let's say. And there's certain things that I kind of feel, look at. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. Do you know? I've had people say, "Oh, the moon landing. You wasn't even born. It was 100 years ago. How could all them people lie about it? Why are you even concerned about it?" Well, because I am. Because I am, right? Because I am. And I've even had that. Oh, it was in 2020. Forget it. It's gone now. It's finished now. Sure. Just forget it, right? Yeah, why not? But I won't. And I won't let it go. And I know a lot of people, they won't let it go either. And we'll keep watching what they do. Keeping tabs on them, keeping our eyes peeled. It doesn't mean we'll be able to predict every single move they make, every string they're going to pull, but we'll certainly get a good idea as to how the beast operates. And remember, they're not stupid as well, right? So they could from time to time lead us a certain way, and then pull the rug from under your feet, like, whew, and then go a completely different way and leave us in a different position. So, for instance, I guess a wild card scenario in that, hey, look at the Illuminati card game. It's got the wild card scenario. They could throw in a wild card to confuse us and think, well, maybe it's not what we think. But it will be. It fucking will be. So, Charlie Kirk shooting suspect Tyler James Robinson appears in court remotely. So, for the second time, he appeared on virtual appearance. So, as an AI bot, as Tyler Robotson. Tyler AI Robotson. Interesting one. I mean, I kind of feel they should have the guy there. He should be there. Not this virtual scenario. So the first time they got to see Tyler, seemingly on the video, we didn't. I think we got a still image, that was it. But the court got to see Tyler on screen. But this time they didn't. And they've not even, I don't know what the score is, but for some reason, Tyler's defense decided, look, you can't see him. He is here, but you're not getting to see his face or that he's there. And it's like, for whose fucking benefit, like? Who does that benefit? Why can they not? I mean, the absurdity of it. Here you are trying to put together this case on convicting a guy that's seemingly going to get the death penalty, and they can't even see him. They can't even, he's not even physically fucking there. And I couldn't help but think, do you know what, man? No wonder people start to wonder and to question because they do these things where you think, wait a minute, where is the guy then? But we can't get to see him. Now the court they can't even get to see him, and they're not even stating why we can't see him. They did say in the hearing, oh, he will be coming in person, but I don't know. I doubt it, to be honest. I doubt it. But yeah, hey, people have got human rights and fucking blah blah, what have you. But get him in the dock. Get him in the dock. If he's up for the charges he's seemingly guilty of, put him in the dock. Let people see him, man. But no, he somehow gets this special protection. We'll put him in a virtual reality. And then on court case number 2, he's not even there. Not even there. Well, seemingly he was. The judge said, "Is Tyler there?" And someone replied on the video, "Yes, he's present, Your Honor." And he said, "Good morning, Tyler." And that was it. You never heard anything. You never said, "Yeah, good morning to you." So you kind of can't help but think, wait a minute, fuck off. What's going on here? Do you know? What are they trying to pull now? Where is the guy? Where is the guy? Wait, are we sure this guy existed? Yeah, well, we might get into that. We might get into that, right? So 22-year-old man charged with killing Charlie Kirk appeared in court remotely on Monday. During the hearing, the suspect and his newly appointed legal counsel decided they want a preliminary hearing where the judge will determine if there is enough evidence against him to go forward with the trial. Well, okay, we know what the answer is going to be there. They're not going to say, well, there's not enough, there's no trial, let him go. Well, I certainly can't see that being the case. That would certainly be a wild card if that happened. Let me see, why is this not working? Oh, there we go. Why is it done that? Oh, now I can't see it. Oh, honest to God. Honest to God, man. I'm trying to make it bigger. I've never said that before. And it's made the screen smaller. Oh, honestly. One of these days. Hey, we live in hope. We live in hope, right? One of these days we'll get it right. So yeah, they're going to decide. They're going to look at the evidence they've got. Both sides of the fence. They're going to look at it, see what they can use, see what they can't use. Where's it going to go? Given the fact that the guy Tyler James, is probably a patsy, it's going to be suicide or death penalty. It's going to be one of them, right? Or does anyone think differently? Prosecutors have charged Tyler Robinson with aggravated murder and plan to seek the death penalty. Robinson did not enter a plea during Monday's hearing. So they're still a bit unsure. Are we going to enter a plea? Possibly get a deal? Maybe not the death penalty? I can't see that happening. I can't see this guy getting life in prison without somehow being dead within the next year. I can't see that. I kind of feel they're going to somehow say, oh, he's getting the death penalty. So the Utah State court system gives people accused of crimes an option to waive their legal right to a preliminary hearing and instead schedule an arrangement where they can enter a plea. If the guy was to say, like, not guilty plea, then that would be interesting. But going by the so-called official narrative, it didn't appear to be an individual who tried to get away with the crime. At no part throughout what he done and before did I think, oh, he's covering his tracks here. He's making sure that he's not going to get caught. I mean, he was, there was none of that. Do you know, there was no doing it covertly. Not that I could see. At least if let's say, going by the official narrative, right? Going by that, the way he went about it, I mean, there was no way that he was going to get away. There was no way. He could have never have thought at any time, do you know what? Fucking, I'm going to get away with this for eternity. Till I'm an old man, I'm going to get away. No chance, man. Surely he couldn't have been that stupid. Surely not. So, Catherine Nestor, the lead attorney appointed to represent Robinson, said that the defence team would need time to go through all of the evidence in the case before letting the judge know when they would be ready for the hearing. So they're kind of needing to build the case for the patsy. So they're going to gather as much as they can. How long would that take? I don't know. Would they put a time frame on it? Possibly. Until we can kind of get our heads around exactly what we're dealing with and how much we need to process, it's going to be difficult for us to give you a reasonable expectation of when we will be ready to do the prelim. Close quote. That was Catherine Nestor. So they don't know. They don't even know what they're dealing with, seemingly. Like, what are we doing again? Is that murder? Oh, it's one of them events again. Okay. So they need to sit down. I mean, what have they been doing up until this fucking point then? So they're going to sit down, go through it all, see what they've got, see if they've got a case. Which is interesting to say. I kind of feel that if you were being accused of this, let's say, right? Just sort of speculating here. Let's say you were being accused of it, but you never done it, and you know you never done it. I mean, from day one, your plea would be not guilty. There would be no hesitation about it. There wouldn't be. You'd be saying, look, it wasn't me. I never done it. I wasn't even there. It wasn't even there. And that's been another one that's been put about. Seemingly the guy Tyler wasn't even there. I think he seemingly had been there that day, but at the time he wasn't even there. Would I rule that out? I would not rule that out, man. I wouldn't rule it out. People might say, well, he jumped off the roof and what have you, but how much weight can you put behind that footage? Who did it? Well, it came from the FBI. Well, there you go. You can't trust it. You can't trust it. You can't. You can sit there and say, look at this video from the FBI CCTV. It's fake. But it wouldn't matter because they can't be trusted anyway. Even if you thought it was real. Even if you thought it was real. But most people have seemed to see don't buy it, which they shouldn't. And it's the FBI. How can you trust the FBI? I mean, come on. Honestly, have we learned nothing? They can't be trusted. They're not your friend. They're nobody's friend. Maybe friends of the Mossad and CIA, but they're not our friends. Well, the Americans anyway. So, where did we get to there? I'll try and speed up because we're dragging our heels here. Well, someone is. Robinson is scheduled to appear in person for his next hearing on October the 30th. The hearing in Provo was open to the public just a few miles from the Utah Valley University campus in Orem, where the September 10 shooting happened, launching a day and a half search for the suspect. Which seemingly they came out and said, well, after a 33-hour manhunt, we found the guy. We got him. After 33 hours, we got him. He's ours now. We know it's him. Without even taking him to court. Yep, that was him. Definitely him. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, surely you would have to put him to trial before you convict the guy of doing it. But no, not in today's America. Trump declared him guilty after what? 33 hours. That was it. It was over. And quite interesting as well. Some of you kind of number fanatics out there. As far as I'm aware, at least. I could be wrong, probably. Come to think of it now. Second guessing myself now. I'm pretty sure October 30 is the 303rd day of the year, which of course would be 303. So again, this hearing's going to take place on the 303rd day of the year. Number 33 again, after a 33 man hour. Sorry, 33. What did they say? 33 hour manhunt. I think is the way to describe it. But it's everywhere. Everywhere you look and turn with this Kirk scenario is a red flag. And the more you look at these different events, the more you kind of see, you begin to see a pattern, you begin to see a certain way they work. And yeah, it's Charlie Kirk, let's say, one day, but it could be on your fucking doorstep the week later. And in which case you'll be like, well, I've seen this before. I know what I'm dealing with here. I see through it. I see it for what it is, right? So no matter what we're doing, we tend to learn and become accustomed as to how they operate. At least that's how I feel. I could be wrong again, right? Someone might want to check that October 30, 303rd day. Or is it the 333rd? No, it can't be. It must be the 303rd. I'm pretty sure it's got to be. I mean, it would have to be as well, right? It would have to be. Yeah, no surprise there. So yeah, I just find it a bit weird, man. No, they refused a video link. Well, there was a video link, but they wouldn't show his face and there was no audio. I just find that a bit weird. And when they were talking about the evidence, that was quite interesting because one of them said there is masses amounts of digital evidence. Digital evidence. And it's like, well, digital evidence is that evidence? If it's digital, I mean, how how much weight you couldn't even, in my own view, like I said before, even a photograph, I wouldn't say is concrete evidence. Not in today's world. It can't be. It can't be. And now when you when you're talking about digital evidence, nah, hey, it can be manipulated. It could be put together by a fucking AI bot. God only knows. But I thought that'll be interesting. I wonder what they're going to use and cherry pick from this so-called digital evidence, right? Because we've seen some, albeit some of it are kind of unconfirmed, with the text messages and what have you, Discord messages. And it's a bit like, wait a minute. Who wrote this? Was it the FBI? Was it the CIA who wrote it? Because they tend to write the media as well. And some people might say, "Oh, don't be silly. Journalists do that." Yeah, some do. Some do. When it comes to the big stories, forget it. Forget it, man. There's no freedom of press. There's not. Journalists, even in this where we are now, they've got to toe the line. They can't just have their own opinion. They can't. We've got to be careful with what we're going to believe, what we're going to put weight behind. But you know, when it comes to this so-called digital evidence that they were talking about in the hearing, I don't know if anybody watched it. Probably not. I couldn't blame you. When it comes to so-called digital evidence, I mean, it can be that it can be manipulated. It surely can. But what will be interesting is to see what they use, because I've got a funny feeling it's only going to add weight to the whole thing being a complete and utter fraud. And a lot of the time, it's right there in plain sight. It's right there for everyone to see. So look out. I'll look out for that. Where did we get? Yeah, launching a day and a half search. Garth told prosecutors and the defense lawyers that Robinson's constitutional rights would be protected as the case moves forward. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it will be, right. Yeah, we'll defend you, you fucking criminal. Everybody's hates the guy, right? I mean, the jury's probably convicted him already. Half of them probably liked the guy, Charlie Kirk. They can't wait to throw him in the chair. Because he's already been hung, drawn, and quartered. Already. I mean, the trial's not even started. And he's been hung, drawn, and quartered in the media. Everywhere. How can that even be deemed a fair trial? It can't be. It can't be. But again, hey, the land of the free, right? Yeah. Anybody can make it in America. Anybody can make it, right? Just as long as you do what you're told and scratch the right backs, let's say. Quote, he sits before this court presumed innocent. Really? And that presumption remains unless and until each element of every offence charged against him is proved beyond a reasonable doubt. Close quote, the judge said. Quote, at the same time, and as applicable, victims are entitled under our Constitution to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity. Is it? Is he is talking about America, right? I think he is. Yeah, he's on about America. Huh. Fairness, respect, dignity. Are you sure he's? Yeah. Oh well, it must be. It must be. Sure, why not? Free from harassment or abuse. Yeah, sure. Sure, right. Justice demands that both of these principles, the rights of the accused and the rights of the victims, be honoured without compromise. Close quote. The big bad judge, right? Yes, everyone will be respected. No, there's no corruption in the land of the free. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, right? Hey, whatever's going to happen is already written down. The whole it's already turned into a soap opera. That's what it is. And we said that before. You live in a fucking soap opera. That's what we live in. That is the beast system. Of course, the entertainment industrial complex is there to keep you, I guess, under a spell, hypnotized. So you don't drift off into the realms of, wait a minute, fuck's going on here? This can't be right. The world's run by criminals, and that would be putting it politely. So they want to keep you occupied, let's say. They spend a lot of time doing that. So they're going to honour everyone. Everyone, they're not going to let anybody down. Excuse me. Everyone's going to be honoured. Sure. Believe it when I see it, right? Authorities arrested Robinson when he showed up with his parents at his hometown sheriff's office in southwest Utah. More than a 3-hour drive from the site of the shooting. So what? He drove 3 hours on the day, and then back again on the same day. Yeah, I find that whole scenario with his parents and a sheriff that his dad knew. That was all a bit weird as well, right? That's one we might talk about. Prosecutors have since revealed text messages and DNA. Oh, the big gun. The big guns are out. DNA evidence now that they say connected Robinson to the killing. Well, I mean, you would reckon if there's DNA, so-called DNA, they're going to come out and say, look, we got him. It's beyond so-called reasonable doubt. Sure. County Attorney Jeff Gray told reporters before the first hearing that Robinson's mother had said her son had begun to date his roommate. Yikes. Who was transitioning from male to female. Right. So what they tried to do there is they tried to say, look, Charlie Kirk, he hates the trannies. This guy was dating a tranny, so he's killed Charlie Kirk to protect the trannies. So he's a martyr for the trannies then? Yeah, let's go with that. Is that the motive? Is that the route they're going to go down for a motive? Because they're not saying, even though they're calling it a political assassination, they're not saying it was politically, if you can say it, motivated. So is it going to be? I was going to say sexually motivated, but that's not the right word. That wouldn't be the right word. Would it be? I don't know. Tranny motivated. That's the best I can go with. Is that what they're going to come out and say? There's been rumor of a so-called manifesto which is like, come on, could it be any more Patsy like? Oh, look, we found this in the drawer. It's a manifesto. Hey, presto, the manifesto. I did kill Charlie Kirk. It was most definitely me. Don't go looking for anybody. Case closed, right? The end. Remember that happened? What was it again? Oh, fuck, who was it? That's who it was, Bob Lazar. Oh my God. So, the guy, Bob Lazar, seemingly his first wife committed suicide. But what she done was I think it was in the car, in the garage. You know how you can, the exhaust fumes. Kind of got to watch what I'm saying there as well with this bloody YouTube. And seemingly she took her own life, but she left a note saying, "Look, I took my own life. Don't go looking for anybody. It was definitely me. No one else. Nobody helped me." And it's like, wait a minute. What has Bob Lazar done here? Honest to God. What an absolute actor Bob Lazar is. And a lot of people, they buy, oh, he's telling the truth, him. Oh, he worked in area. Fuck off. The guy's a criminal. An absolute criminal, man. He is. He can't be trusted. And by the sounds of it, I think he might have killed his wife as well. He's a fucking murderer. And I can't see for any good reason that he done it either. Apart from that it wasn't going too well. And he even came out and said that in an interview that he done quite early. I think his wife had been cheating. He said his wife had been cheating, and he found out because the CIA, I think, or not MI, FBI, something like that, they tapped in his work from Area 52, 1, whatever, tapped his phone and and found out that his wife was having an affair because they had his phone tapped, right? So they're thinking, right, should we tell him? Seemingly, this is the scenario. Should we tell him, or is it a good idea to tell him? So I think what they did was they said, look, we'll give you a bit of time off, but we're going to tell you your wife's having an affair. We tapped your phone, so we heard all the phone sex. I mean, the conversations they were having, right? And I'm kind of thinking, and then she commits suicide and leaves this note, this dear John, that looks like it's been written by Bob himself. Honestly, it's a strange one. I don't know if many people know about that, but probably not, to be honest. We've talked about it. We've done a deep dive on Bob Lazar. I mean, he's not a guy you can trust, I'm afraid. So jumping back to Kirk, a note that Robinson had allegedly left for his roommate, so his tranny boyfriend, girlfriend, room friend. I don't know what you would even. We'll say roommate. Before the shooting, said he had the opportunity to kill one of the nation's leading conservative voices of big America. Right. And, quote, I'm going to take it, close quote. Gray also said that Robinson wrote in a text about Kirk to his roommate, quote, I had enough of his hatred, close quote. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how anybody can buy it. I really don't. So he's left a note. I mean, what year is this again? I'm going to put a wee note on the table. Now, I won't phone him. I won't text him. I'll put a wee post-it on the table. And I'll tell him that I've got a chance, I've got an opportunity to kill someone. So, I mean, if this was the case, let's say, you're talking about a guy who he doesn't care that he's gonna get caught. Well, one, you wouldn't tell fucking anybody if you wanted to not get caught. And two, you certainly wouldn't write it down on a note. You wouldn't. You just wouldn't. You would not do it, man. Yeah, hey, there is stupid people out there. Yep, I'm testimony to that right here. And yeah, but I'm sorry, nah, not a chance, man. If this is what they're saying it is, there's no way this guy was not expect. There's no way he was expecting to somehow get away with it for years and years and years, man. Hey, you would have had the police, the sheriff, the FBI, the fucking CIA, the military tracking you down, finding you, trying to find you. How long would you last? And of course, seemingly going by what they said, he handed himself in. So he left a note, look, I've got an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I've had enough of his hatred. So you're going to kill the guy and inflict what's probably going to be more hatred. You see, it's what they call a vicious circle. And it's one they put a lot of sheeple into. I mean, things can happen, but I think we're looking at a proper fucking psyop here. With many, many, many layers to it. Many layers. But I can't buy that Robinson even writ any of that. If the guy even fucking exists. I don't buy it. I know the kind of Candice Owens crew. Oh, the FBI are lying. It's the FBI! Or sorry, should I say the FBI? Of course they're fucking lying. Come on, man. Really? Tell us something we don't know. Oh, they're trying to set him up. Fuck, give us a break, man. It's the FBI. They cannot be trusted. Hey, we know that from day one. Day one, lesson one. Do not trust the political establishment. Do not trust any intelligence, so-called intelligence agency. How could you? You'd be dancing with the devil. So we know they lie. But yeah, I guess in a way it's kind of be good to point this out. Show us the evidence. Show us where they're lying, right? I mean, again, your starting point's got to be they're going to be lying. They're going to be lying. According to court documents, Robinson allegedly wrote in a text, quote, "To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age." Close quote. Right. Sorry, what? Yeah, because that's why he's been covering his tracks and making sure that he's not going to get caught because he's going to have it a secret until he's what, 100-year old. So he must have been expected to get away with it, right? I mean, come on. Honestly, he said that. He said that. And when did he leave that note exactly? When he handed himself in, he was writing a wee note to his roommate. I was hoping to keep it a secret until I died. I mean, what? I'm sorry, but no. There's no way. There's no way he wrote that. Nope. When the roommate asked Robinson if he was Kirk's shooter, Robinson allegedly replied, quote, "I am. I'm sorry," close quote. I'm sorry. And that's it. I mean, honestly, surely people don't buy that. I can't see the comments, but we'll come back to it. The assassination of Kirk, a close ally of President Trump. Well, that's a red flag if you've ever seen one. Who worked to steer young voters towards conservatism, has galvanized Republicans who have vowed to carry on Kirk's mission of moving American politics further to the right. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting choice of words, this galvanization. Because when it comes to the political scene, they always need people to buy it, to be soaked into it, to have a call, a reasoning. So creating so-called martyrs is a very good way to do that. Probably the best way. And how many is it going to create these galvanized youths of Americans? They're going to say, my fight's for Charlie now. I seen a post talking about, I seen a post saying, oh, I am Charlie Kirk and I am the Palestine children. And I thought, what the, honestly. And it reminds me of, remember when the George Floyd situation, we're all George Floyd. And I'm thinking, I'm not, am I? Am I? So now we're all seemingly Charlie Kirk, and but we're also the children in Palestine. I mean, if what they're doing in Palestine is true, that's not a war. That's not. You can't call it a war. How could you? You couldn't. You simply couldn't. Although to be fair, you could see that you could kind of say that with all the so-called wars that are going on. There's never a there never seems to be a fucking fair fight. A lot of people say it's a genocide. Um, would I call it that? Probably. I mean, going by what's being said, I can see why people call it that. To be honest, I don't know that much enough about it to say, but I certainly wouldn't call it a war, and I can't see it ever ending. I can't see it, but it might, because again, in going back to what I said earlier, in my own view, Israel is controlled, America's controlled, the UK, Jamaica, fuck me, San Marino, Luxembourg, you name it. They're all controlled. Palestine, it's the same. And there's people there who will be, without any doubt, selling out their own nation. That's how it goes down. That's how it goes down. Is there ever going to be peace in the world? Probably not. I mean, there's always war going on somewhere. At least in as far back as I can remember, hearing from a very young age about wars going on. Bosnia. What was the one? I mean, not sort of post Cold War, but I think Bosnia, Yugoslavia, stuff like that. Mid-90s Iraq. Going into 2001, Iraq, Afghanistan, the Middle East. Of course, the war on terror. Right, we're going to defeat terror. Wait, did he say terror? The never-ending war. Like the war against hate. Right. So we're criminalizing hate now. Of course, yeah. And it's, hey, don't worry, it's not 1984. Wait, oh shit. Oh yeah, it is. We're in 1984. But it's worse, man. It's worse than that. It's actually worse. believe it or not. Let me see quickly. Never be peace, and different races can't live together. That's an interesting comment. Never be peace. Probably, I'd agree with that. Different races can't live together. I can see what you're saying there, to be honest. But funnily enough, going back to the mid-90s, in the town that I'm in, just a wee town, man, hardly any immigrants at that point. But the war that was going on in Bosnia, we ended up getting Bosnian immigrants in the street that we were in. And to be to be honest, they got a bit of a hard time. Especially from younger kids. So it was probably difficult for them settling in. But I don't think they were ever, this is Bosnians we're talking about. They were never any trouble or caused any trouble. Of course, I couldn't speak for all of them, but at least in my experience. And they did, I mean, not straight away, but they did integrate. Is that the right word? Integrate. Integrate. They integrated quite well. But that was a very small, that was like a couple of families put into a town. That was it. Over time, they settled in, and I think I still see one or two, the mum and the father of one of the families in particular. They're still here. And I think, well, they've worked in Asda, I think, since they kind of got here. So you're talking well over 20, well over 30 year now. So they're an example of, look, it can work if it's done correctly on a correct scale. But what we're seeing on mass scales, what tends to happen then is people go to their own. They don't go to any other. They don't go in. It's like a prison yard. Do you know, you won't? You'll go to where you belong, and that's fucking it. But that seems to happen when it's done on a gigantic scale. If you're talking about one or two people, yeah. But on a way that we've seen of late, nah. In the way we've seen in England in particular, is quite astonishing what's happened there. When you look at London and other big cities, man. Quite incredible. Hard to imagine what the UK might look like in years to come. And a lot of people who, generations and generations of being in the UK, growing up, and they're gone, they're leaving, man. They're fucking leaving. They're not happy with it anymore. It's not the same. It's not the place they grew up in. It's not the place they remember. It's not the place that was a good place anymore. And I mean, what do you say to these folk? I can't hold it against them for going. I really can't. I can't say, look, you shouldn't be fucking out. You shouldn't be running away, right? I can see why they're doing it. I genuinely can. Of course, they've probably came to the point in their mind where they think it's too far gone now. Even me helping or fighting back would be pointless. I guess it all comes down to your perception, you as an individual. It's the easy option is to say, right, fuck it, up sticks and disappear. You might even have a better life. You probably would, to be fair. So it's how much fight is in the dog, do you know? And I've said it, even going back to, some people might recall, 2020 onwards, I'd hung my coat at one point or time. And I'm not, if this ship's going down, I'm fucking going down with it. I'll be going down with it. I ain't fucking abandoning ship. Not a chance. It's not happening. I am not going, man. No way. Nowhere. Not a chance. Even if they, I don't know, if they was to say, look, we're taking this, we're doing that, we're taking it. In fact, that would only fuel my fire. It would only fuel it. It would force me into action, basically. It would fuel it. It wouldn't make me think, do you know what? Fuck this, I'm away, I'm out of here. I just couldn't, even the thought of that, I just think, how could anybody do that? I mean, I can see why to an extent, but if you're that passionate about the land you work and live, fucking stay and look after, stay and protect it. Oh, but they came for my bank. Oh, but they were going to kill me. Well, if he dies, he dies. Of course, yeah. I think an example there would be the guy Max Egan, who seemingly he disappeared from Australia to Mexico, and he was saying, "Look, they were going to kill me. I'm safer here in Mexico." In Mexico, wait, safe there? Huh? Mexico's changed, man. It's a changed place now, right? It's good now. No mafia there anymore, who will do anything for the highest bidder. And I kind of think, fucking hell. And I like the guy Mark Segan. He was one of these guys I used to think, nah, he surely not. Please don't be one of them. But over time, you kind of think, wait a minute. And then he ran away, and I thought, probably not a good sign, that. Leaving everyone in the... If they're going to kill you, they'll kill you. That's it. You won't fucking know. You will not know. You won't know. They won't tell you. They'll just do it, man. They'll fucking do it, and that'll be it. There'll be no warning. Well, there might be signs, to be fair. But what's the use in running away? I remember he said, oh, I'm better out here. I can do more out here. Right, so, well, I guess Australia's in a better place now then, right? And who's actually going to listen to someone now who doesn't even fucking stay in that country? And we're talking, what, years now? And how fast things change now. I mean, could you even talk about Australia now? Mate, that was your country. But you ain't there anymore. And I look at that and think, do you know what? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. I can't. No way. If there's gonna be, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever it comes, I'll be here, and I'll be ready to fucking take it on head to head, face to face. And if anybody wants to send out the message, fucking send it out. If people want to come knocking, come knocking. Come knocking. Force me into action. Like I said, going back even before 2020, I had hung my coat. I'm prepared to go forward and do whatever it takes, whatever I can. If it comes to no avail, so be it. So be it. But I'll know that I've at least tried, right? I've tried. And again, going back to what we touched on, you've got to, as an individual, people are going, no matter who you are or where you are, people are going to be watching. People are going to be looking up to you and what you do and drawing inspiration from you. So you've got to lead by example. You've got to be fucking brave, man. You've got to be. It's easy to run away. Anybody can run away. Anybody. But the question is, have you got the spine to stay and fight? Or are you going to be the rat that fucking leaves the ship? It won't be me. It fucking won't be me. I'm not going. And hey, no offense to Marks. Hey, like I said, it's up to them. Hey, again, it goes back to how much do you really want to put on the line? How prepared are you? They come for your bank. Is that going to be enough to put you off? If they claim, look, we're going to come for your life, then I guess a lot of people would look at that and say, yeah, that's me. I'm away. I'm out of here. But who knows? Who knows when it comes to Marks in particular? Like I said, I liked the guy, and I always kind of thought, fuck, I hope he's not. But the more I kind of thought, I thought, actually, I'm unsure now. I'm unsure. But I don't know. I mean, like going back to what we mentioned about potentially controlled opposition. Who knows, man? Who knows? A lot of people have said Marx he fits the bill. And there was a strange episode that he had when he seemingly, in his words, got attacked by some weird white light that made him start talking about flat Earth and weird shit. I mean, what happened there? God only knows, right? You wouldn't know for sure. And I don't think I'm always a bit weird, apprehensive. Maybe is the word when it comes to people who they don't use their real name. I'm not saying like everybody needs to use their real name, but when you're a person in such a position, but you're not using you've got a fake name or a pretend name. Kind of feel that's a wee bit of a red flag. It doesn't mean it. Anyone who does that is not to be trusted, but it's a kind of red flag. Let me go back to the comment. Why can I not see it? Coffee time. There you go. Great name, right? Funnily enough, I'm drinking coffee right now as we speak. Shock horror. So yeah, great name. Best name yet. I have no problem with immigration in general, but we have to question what kind of people we accept. Yeah. To be honest, I can't argue with that. Will they follow our laws? Respect our values. You can't let terrorists or other criminals in. Yeah, I think they're even saying now that they might have let some terrorists in by mistake. Oh, whoops, look at what we've done. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, just one of these things, right? And I remember people mentioned that years ago, and a lot of folks said, oh, don't be silly. Oh, you think they're all UN fucking soldiers. None of them are going to be bad and stuff like that. And it's like, well, how can you be sure though? How can you be sure? I mean, if they're like any other humans out there, some of them have got to be bad. They've got to be. And the UK sold to these immigrants like the place to be. We're taking over. We're immigrants get all they need, and they hear the stories, see the on Instagram people bigging themselves up. These immigrants coming here and driving cars and got money and what have you. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry sees it and thinks, well, that's where I'm going. How do you get there? Well, jump in a fucking dinghy and they'll come and get you. They'll come and get you. The lifeboat, RNL, what do you call it? I don't know. And they're constantly saying, look, we're going to keep saving them no matter what, right? We've got a duty. We've got a duty. And seemingly France are going to be stopping it, but it's not stopping. But I would agree with that. In general, like I said, I've seen it on a very small scale. It can kind of work. Well, it did. But on the scales we're seeing, never in a million years is that integration, and it won't work. Not only that, right? And this for me is quite a key factor. It's a key factor in this whole scenario, and for many other things, right? Immigration, or what people call legal immigration, is under the authority of our government in the UK. It's under their authority. They've put things into place, and we'll use immigration as an example, right? Or at least what they call legal immigration. I'm sorry, it's not legal immigration. It's illegal. The whole lot of it's illegal. It must be. It has to be. Why is the whole of it illegal? Simple. The people who enabled it are fucking criminals. They're criminals, man. Of the highest order. They're criminals. Every single thing they have put into place, enabled, enacted, put upon us needs to be stopped, needs to be scrapped. Each and every fucking one of it, part of it, is illegal. The whole lot is illegal. The only way we could ever move forward now is to put a full fucking stop on every single thing that's going on. The whole lot. Then we take stock. Then we try, if possible, to move forward in the right direction. They're criminals. We're dealing with criminals. I don't know how some people can't see that, but a lot of people do see it. Lots of people see it. Give me 2 examples of a good thing the government have enabled that's not dodgy or fucking criminal. You won't find any. You won't. So until the day we put them where they belong, it's all illegal. It's all illegal, man. It's being implemented by criminals. So as much as I agree and I understand what you're saying, in my own personal view, there is no legal immigration. There is no legal regulations. They're all illegal. Every single thing they put their hand on needs to stop. None of it can continue because they've put it in place for their own gain, not for our gain, not for our benefit. That was another fly one as well, when they, like welfare payments for people who fucking need it. Or what we're going to do is we're going to call it benefits. Right. Not, let's say, a living income, or I don't know, something light or kind of built for purpose. But no, we'll call it benefits, right? So that way people who don't know very much about it are going to think, why are people getting all these benefits? Well, have you seen some of these people who live on so-called benefits? They've got fucking zilch. Zilch. There's no benefit to it. There is no benefit. But they call it that. They call it that, like, oh, we're being good to you by giving you this. We shouldn't give you this benefit, but here, have some benefit, right? I mean, I hate the fact that people call it that, but of course there's rhyme and reason behind it. But that's another one they seem to be more and more with this kind of fixation on us, me and you, the people being so dependent upon them, like this super parent, you know? And none of that's by accident. So good to see coffee time in the hood. Anybody that I missed before we kind of carry on? Coffee time, chill star. Um, Mad Fox in the hood. Lance as well. Good to see you, Lance. Where did it go? There it goes. I know it's hard to believe, but Charlie Kirk was my Walmart greeter this morning. To be honest, I think we could probably believe it. To be fair, yeah, I can picture that guy being one of them. To be honest, although we don't have the Walmart here, we did have a shopping fucking supermarket franchise controlled by Walmart, but it's not anymore. I think Sainsbury's bought it, Asda, so it's owned by Sainsbury's. But yeah, it was kind of Americanized when it was Walmart. I remember hearing stories about some of the interview techniques, and it was very. It was like, wait, what? They made you do what? It was like the Apollo astronauts getting their training. Anybody else quickly? Lance. I don't think I missed anyone. Frank Ulick in the hood. Oh, you're in Dundee. You're a Dundee lad, but you're in London, Stan. Is that what you're saying? Oh, why is it not working? You're in Dundee. But you're not from Dundee though, right? You're not from Dundee. Don't give me that. Not having it. Not having it, right? Don't be saying, look, I tried haggis once, so I'm Scottish now. I worked at Asda in Elgin before it became Walmart. Oh, there you go. Of course, that's where. I wonder if that was the old Asda in Elgin, because they built a new one. Or was that before the old one got knocked down? I'm unsure. But yeah, that's where I tend to go. Giving it away now where I'm going to be, right? To be honest, I prefer Tesco, but I'm closer to Asda, so it's laziness. It's laziness, right, that gets me. It was on Edgar Road. Aye, but the old one was on Edgar Road as well. And the new one, is the new one? Yeah, that would be on Edgar Road as well. With the roundabout. But where B&Q is, there was Asda was there. I don't know if you know B&Q. It's a small world, right? When you come across someone on YouTube who's also knows Elgin, of all places. Where the hell is that? Don't ask, right? Don't ask. Yeah, quite possibly. And Irish, and blacks, and dogs. The whole lot, right? We're all in the hood. To be fair, we get quite a good mix of nationalities from right across the board. Canada, cool. I'd love to go to Canada. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Come on, could we stay at yours? It's only going to be for a day or two. I'm planning on running away from Scotland. Wait, what? It's all out now, right? Yeah, it's my great escape. If I was going to escape anywhere, it would be it would be underground, man. Away from it. Fuck this. Canada. Yeah, we get some Canadians in the hood as well. Oh, where did I see American fathers in the hood? I think Johnny, who's got a different avatar, is it? You've got a new avatar, I think. I am a member of. Oh, I should know, right? I should know. I'm his number one member. At least I should be, right? Good to see Johnny in the hood. I thought Frank was saying he was American there. I was thinking, who are you trying to kid, Frank? Eh? Irish American. Oh, that's Ulick. He's no, he's American Irish. That's right. He's American Irish now. He's been Americanized. You look in the hood. Good man. Good stuff. Hopefully, I think the last time you might have been on, I was away or in my bed. I think sleeping, fast asleep. Right. Well, maybe not snoring, but possibly. So I'll try and keep an eye, and we'll jump back. Shit, what did I do there? Oh shit, I need to um clear the comment. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go forward, left, right. Crystal Maze, right? Like Crystal Maze. So yeah, I'm sorry, he said. I'm sorry. I was hoping to keep it a secret for the whole eternity, but damn, that pesky kid's got me. I mean, yeah, if the guy went about it covertly, I could believe that he might have said that. The way he went about it, and he said that, not a chance, man. Not a chance. The assassination of Kirk, a close ally of. Oh, we got to that one, did we? We read that one. So why did we go back? Has someone put in a double? We've got a duplicate. Possibly. It's possible, right? Mr. Trump has declared Kirk a martyr. Wow. A martyr for freedom. 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 You know, like Braveheart. Yeah. So that's what he's gonna go down as then, right? A martyr. And he's gonna influence the next generation of psychotic political fucking sheeple. We're doing it for Kirk. How dare they? He would have been president. Do you know what's quite incredible as well? How they say, oh, this guy, Charlie Kirk, he was a big advocate for free speech. And he didn't care what you had to say, he would defend your right to say it. Then the guy gets seemingly shot dead. And then people make a joke or two about it. And they're getting they're getting prosecuted. I mean, how fucked up is that? They're getting prosecuted for saying things about a guy who got shot due to his hatred, but he would have protected people's rights to say whatever they had to say. And these people are being prosecuted. I mean, that kind of shows you how messed up the world is. On one hand, I mean, it's the whole thing's a fucking illusion. On one hand, look, free speech, freedom, America, the Constitution. On the other hand, nah, you can't say that. Nah, you're not. Nope, we can't let you say that. Nope, you can't say that. Oh, we're going to have to take your job away. Oh, we're going to have to put you in prison now. So, people, yeah, they'll advocate for free speech up until someone says something they don't like. Then, oh, no, we don't like free speech anymore. But if you do want free speech, you've got to be able to say, well, people can say whatever the fuck they want. Who cares, man? Who cares? But of course, we're in a world now where people's feelings need to be taken into consideration. Not just you or your friends, but every single fucking person in the world. And if you offend one wee little purple-haired person, let's say, then that's it. You're cancelled. You're finished. That's the world that we're in. Without a shadow of a doubt. Let me see. Wait a sec. So yeah, Kirk's political organization, Arizona-based Turning Point USA, brought young evangelical Christians into politics through his podcast, social media, and campus events. Right. So a big sort of tool in galvanizing, like they said, the youth and the political youth and the Christian youth, right? The kind of ideal candidates to be led astray, to get into their mind and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, fuck. And I can't think of it. Radicalize, that's the word. Oh man, it was it was there, but I couldn't. They're radicalizing them, and they've got the perfect event, the perfect opportunity to radicalize the next political Christian generation for, I don't know, the next 20 year, 30 year. Many prominent Republicans are filling in. What, already? Okay, now. Are filling in at the upcoming campus events Kirk was meant to attend. Yikes. I mean, it happened like that. And of course, Erica Kirk, who, with Erica having the meaning of soul ruler. And as soon as I seen Erica Kirk, I thought, wait a minute. And I think, to be fair, and someone did ask about it, because I mentioned how at one point we did talk about the possibility of Jackie Kennedy being a kind of handler for JFK. And it's not one you hear often, but we talked about it. When we talked about it, we certainly could not rule it out. And the more we kind of thought about it, the more we thought, fucking wait a minute here. She might have been, actually. Is this potentially the same scenario? It kind of looks like it, to be fair. And Erica Kirk is just boom into action. She's central casting, as Trump would say. You know, she's straight out of central casting. And you would not for 1 second think she was a grieving widow. A grieving widow? You would never think, if you did not know what seemingly happened, you would never have thought that watching her. You wouldn't. Tyler Robinson, 22, attended via video link from Utah County Jail, but his image was not shown on the screen, and he did not speak. What, was he even there? Hey, we'll take their word for it, right? He must have been, right? He must have been. Was he? Maybe not. Maybe not. He was shielded from the public at the request of his legal team. The Telegraph was told Mr. Robinson's lawyers have not specified the reason for their request. I mean, what could be the reason? What did they gain from not showing the guy? Now, from day one, we did say, look, there's going to be a lot. They're going to jump on the back of this. No matter what happened or went down, it's in their hands now. They're going to jump on the back of it. And they're going to make so many things happen and fall into place using this as an opportunity. Sound familiar? I bet it does. I bet it does. And seemingly, we've got the guy Musk now. So, as if Elon Musk never had enough on his plate, he's now leading a viral campaign to cancel Netflix, bring it down, boo, boo. And of course, yeah, fucking hard not to agree with that. But seemingly the director of Netflix, I couldn't even tell you who the guy was. But there you go. Seemingly he was mocking the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, similar to what we just talked about, Kirk standing up for free speech. Elon Musk on X standing up for free speech. And now he wants to cancel a guy because of something that he fucking said. How does that work? How does that work? Oh, yeah, there's free speech, but not unless Elon Musk disagrees with what you've said. Then you can't say it. I'm sorry, but that's not how free speech works. And Musk claimed to know this, saying, oh, you can say what you want on X now. There's no censorship, right? Funny that. You know, they want their cake and they want to eat it. But of course, Musk would be one of the fucking actors to step in. I mean, there's nothing that the guy can't get involved in. They always put him in there. They always put him in there. And quite incredible, in particular, the past maybe 5 years, the amount of stuff they've put the guy into. And remember how before, when we talked about Apollo 11 and the astronauts, Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, and Michael Collins, and I said to you, and I'm probably one of the only people who you'll hear saying this, but Michael Collins, maybe not Collins, possibly not, but Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, because Collins was the handler. And hey, I called that also, right? I called it. He was the handler. But Aldrin and Armstrong, they must have done some seriously bad shit. Because they never done what they did in terms of Apollo 11 through choice. They had no choice. They had to do it. They had to do it. So in my view, they knew that if they never done what they were told, they'd be fucking exposed for the people they really were, whatever they were. I dread to imagine, to be honest. But in so many occasions, in particular after the so-called event, you could see in their face they did not want to be there. They didn't, but they had to be there. They had to. They were probably being bribed, blackmailed. That's what it would have been. But that's how the system operates. That's how it operates. And I get the same feeling with the guy Musk. But he is cut from a very dodgy cloth. Very dodgy. But I get the feeling, similar to Bill Gates, they must have a good bit of dirt on these people. These entities. If they even exist. They must have. Because they're making them do so many things that you would just say, do you know what? Fuck you, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't being nobody's bitch, man. I'm not doing that. But they've got no choice. No choice. And the more you look back on the Apollo astronauts, you can see it. You can see it. And just on that as well, when they came back from the mission, they had a quarantine. I think it was a 2-week quarantine. And then they went on a 40-day round the world trip, day in, day out, being paraded like a fucking monkey. Paraded, man. Paraded to the point where Buzz went mental, lost the fucking plot completely, became an alcoholic, mentally affected in a gigantic way. And Armstrong was so abused, he went into fucking hiding, man. Hiding. So they clearly did not want to be there. Every ounce of their body did not want to be there, but they had no choice in the matter. That's why they done it. They had no choice. I guess you could say maybe they threatened their family, possibly. I wouldn't rule that out, but I would lean more towards they had something on these people. A bit like how they operate today. Or they've got politicians in their pocket because if they don't do as they're told, they'll be exposed. And I think Musk is the same. I mean, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this, he's doing that. You just don't. It's not something that any normal fucking person would do, unless, of course, you're part of a bigger agenda. You're an actor, and if you don't do what you're told to do by the bigwigs, you'll be exposed. You'll be thrown under the fucking bus. Again, that's my own personal kind of take on Musk, and again, the Apollo 11 crew. It's likely the same for most of them. NASA, Apollo, Gemini, Mercury, astronauts, even today's so-called astronauts, right? This one, again, I thought was maybe worth a mention. Quite interesting. You probably heard about it. Seemingly, seemingly someone paid. So the Independent one day ago, Etsy. Do you know Etsy? It's a kind of website where you can, I don't know, buy books and I don't know. To be honest, I think it's well anything really. I think anybody can join it, and you can be what's the word? A seller. But what's the word? I don't know. You can be a seller, right? Technically business minded, gifted here. So you can be a seller. I think anybody can do it. You probably sign up, pay a small amount, and you can sell different items. I don't know, papers and documents and books and what have you. A bit like, I don't know, Gumtree or eBay, maybe. At least from what I can see. I came across it in the past. So Etsy witch, yep, a witch, who cast spell on Charlie Kirk days before his assassination, says she regrets what happened. She regrets what that he got shot, or regrets that she casted a spell. So a few people who seemingly they were unhappy with the guy Charlie Kirk. Oh, he's full of hatred. We must end it. They thought to themselves, do you know what might be a good idea? I don't know, maybe one night they were sitting watching fucking Hocus Pocus, and they thought, do you know what? I'm going to go on to Etsy, see if we can find a witch and put a spell on Charlie Kirk. I mean, who would even think that, right? And how would you even know where to find a witch to cast a spell? I guess you could look it up, right? I guess it probably wouldn't be hard. Do you think this is why we had the Kirk saga? Probably not. Would I rule out some form of magic being possible? I don't know, man. Like we've talked about in the past, the masses are hypnotized. They're under a spell. I mean, look at what they talk about: spelling, the writing of words, the spelling of it. When they talk about the programming on the television, they call it broadcasting. Do you know? And many people have talked about this. And we know how deep rooted the powers that be are in terms of their occult belief. I mean, when it comes to secret occults, magic and the occult, it goes hand in hand. I mean, it's got to. The article titled, "We Paid Some Etsy Witches to Curse Charlie Kirk," describes the author reaching out to several self-identifying witches on the e-commerce platform. Yeah, that's what it is. An e-commerce platform, Etsy, about hiring them to place a hex on Kirk, according to Kelly. So they phoned up a couple. Hey, but any chance you could put a hex on this? I wonder how much it costs. Oh, they'll be wishing they charged them extra now. Fucking hell, it worked. It worked. Imagine, I mean, I kind of feel this story's probably not true, but let's say it is, right? Imagine the faces on these so-called witches when they see the news that Kirk got shot dead. Fuck! We really are witches. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting one. And they've kinda it's went out right across the board. They want everyone to see it. Oh, look at what the witch has done. Are they going to get the blame for it? We're going back to the, I don't know, the 16, not 1500s, possibly. Of course, in the town that I'm in, they used to kill witches here, or people, women mainly. Women they thought was witches. Um, yeah, quite barbaric the way they killed them as well. Drowning and what have you, hanging, but mainly drowning here. Quite sad because I don't think they were witches. These people who got killed, and they'd never had any chance of. Um, well, I think, for example, in one of the parts here, there's a place called the Endless Pit, and basically, if they thought someone was a witch, they would take you down to the Endless Pit, and they would tie a big weight to you, and this would be full of water. You couldn't even get to the bottom. And what they would do is they would weigh you down, and they would basically say, "Look, we're going to throw you in here with this big fucking concrete slab. Now you're going to sink down, and you're going to drown. But if you're not a witch, you won't, because God is going to say, whoa, whoa, wait a minute, take out scissors, cut the rope, and a miracle's going to happen, and you won't die because you won't be guilty." And of course, I'd imagine each and every time they never came back to the surface. And it would have been for petty stuff like not obeying the law, or not toeing the line with the church narrative, or, fucking stupid shit. And I kind of think, well, I used to think, we've came a long way, but have we? Have we really? Probably not. I wonder if this image here, I would be interested to know if this reminds anybody of anything. This particular image. What time are we at? But we're going to go another 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to have to call it a night. Otherwise, I'll be getting into trouble. Soapy bubble. We can't have that, right? But yeah, we covered a good bit in terms of getting it recapped, seeing where the court case is at. Do you know what's quite incredible as well? Thinking back to the whole the court case when they were talking. They're talking about gathering the evidence and witnesses. They're talking about getting witness statements from the people who were there, the students who were there. Does anybody know how many people were actually seemingly there? And they're wanting witness statements. Seemingly, there was up to 3,000 students who could be deemed witnesses. 3,000! So what are they saying? Are they saying they're gonna get statements from every single person who was there? I mean, what do you do in that scenario? Going by I guess, the rule of thumb or rule of law, you would kind of have to interview every single fucking person who was there. I mean, it would be bad practice not to. But by the sounds of it, and I'll keep an eye out for any development. But by the sounds of it, they're going to try and get every single person who was there and interview them. And I know the FBI, they have now mentioned they're looking into so-called hand gestures or signals that may have been made by people in the crowd on the day. So there, so like I said at the start, there's going to be a lot more to come. They can go that way, this way, that way, this way, and they'll keep kicking it along the road until there's nothing left of it. Basically, like I said, they'll kick the arse right out of it. They will. It'll drag on. But I mean, how do you get witness statements from up to 3,000 people? I mean, that's quite incredible, that. If that's the case, and they want to gather all this so-called evidence and testimony, how long is that going to take? How long is it going to take? So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. But does that image there remind anybody? I missed quite a few comments. It's BS. Well, tell us something that we don't know. Tell us something that we don't know, right? You fucking crazy Dundonian. No, he's not Dundon. He's a Dundonian wannabe. He's we'll go with that. Nah, Chelster's all right. But I'm looking for a comment that I thought I might see, but I'm not seeing it. So it's not reminding anybody of anything that I thought it would. It's not reminding anybody. And I can't see. Why is it being an absolute fucking stupid screen? Honest to God. Right, reset. There we go. It sticks out like a sore thumb. No, but what does the picture remind you of? Think maybe 2001. Does it not ring a bell to anybody for that? Probably not, right? Just me. Shock horror. And I don't know why you're shouting all the time, Chilster. You don't have to. I've got my headphones on. You don't have to shout, honestly. I guess your phone's broken or your keyboard stuck on capital letters. The caps lock button's broken. I remember a guy who is is the O on his keyboard was broken, so he always had to use a 0. And it was like, yeah, it worked. To be fair, it worked, but it was quite funny seeing the sentences written out with the O replaced as a 0. Quite funny. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit loud, to be honest. You hear me before you see me. I can imagine, to be fair. I can't imagine. So basically, the image, as soon as I seen that image, I thought, the Pentagon. The Pentagon. Remember in 2001 when the Pentagon got hit by a Boeing 747? Remember? And fucking the next day, they put a big American flag on it, saying, yeah, we done this. I mean, we protect freedom. So it reminded me of the Pentagon, which is kind of fitting, to be honest. I mean, what happened at the Pentagon? What actually happened? The official story says, well, an aeroplane flew into it. An aeroplane flew into it at ground level. Well, it must have been just taken off. No, it wasn't taken off. I mean, there's so many impossibilities with that scenario. I mean, but you could never buy it. You could never buy it. And some people got interviewed, not as many as we've seen on Ground Zero, but some people got interviewed and they were saying, look, Yeah, I seen something in the sky. I think it might have been a plane. It sounded like a plane. And then some people were saying, never seen anything. No plane, no sound, not a dicky bird. Just boom, smoke, fire, run into action. But never heard an aircraft, never seen it. Close in the vicinity. So I don't know, I kind of think, and of course they gave us a weird CCTV video and said, look, there's the plane there. This fucking blur on the screen. The most protected place, one of the most protected buildings in America. Look, there it is. What that bit there? What that blur on the screen? Yeah, that's the aircraft. Uh, but it's at ground level. It's not even scraped the ground. It's not even blew all this fucking stuff away. It's not even taken out the lampposts before it. Do you know? But yet we're meant to believe that it created this big hole right through, I think, three of the walls, seemingly. And then of course it collapsed. It partially collapsed. When it was on fire, it partially collapsed. Which, yeah, it would, of course, right? Given what we've seen on Ground Zero. But yeah, I don't know. I think they might have used a missile at the Pentagon. I think they might have. Is that what we see in the CCTV? I don't know. I kind of feel that the CCTV footage that we got, you can't. That's not. It tells you nothing either way. It's too grainy. It's shite. It does not fit the bill. It doesn't cover. It doesn't make the mark. So either way, it proves nothing in my view. And even if you prove the CCTV footage to be manipulated or fake, even that wouldn't prove that it wasn't hit by an aircraft, though. It would only prove, again, similar to the aircraft videos with the towers, it would only prove that the video's fake. It doesn't prove anything else except from that. Do you know? Yeah, it might certain elements of it might prove that it's a fake video, but that's it. That doesn't mean the towers were not hit by an object. What that object was, that's another story. I doubt very much it was an aircraft. I doubt it. A good question is, if these aircraft never flew into their destinations, where the fuck did they go? Where did they go? Where did the people go? Did the people even exist? Some of them very, very debatable. There's one individual in particular I found really strange, and we need to get back to her. Her name's Betty Ong, and we talked about her a wee bit before. And we'll get back to that in the near future. Anyway, we're going to wind it down. We're going to wind it all down. That's my, I don't know, American accent. We'll go with that, right? I think he's had a stroke. Possibly. Possibly. So what is it? Are we looking at an assassination? Are we looking at a witch's curse? Are we looking at a staged event? I think it's probably obvious where I kind of stand on it. It's got to be your starting point. Until I see evidence that might point to other outcomes, I can't buy any of it. It would be silly of me to buy it after everything that I've seen, that we've went through. Can't buy it, man. I would be more inclined to believe that the witch's hex done it, and the rest of it was contrived in some kind of way. there's a lot going on in regards to, oh, again, even now, still, oh, well, the bullet done this, the bullet done that, and we've got people coming out who just came out of nowhere. Oh, no, I'm a fucking military expert. I know what happened. He got shot from behind, this, that, and the next thing. And it's like, wow, there's so much coming out. And, I mean, hey, it's not one that we'll probably get into, but kind of behind the scenes, I was looking at the video, one of the videos of the shooting, and slowing it down and adjusting, I don't know, color, brightness, speeding it up, slowing it down, putting it in different kind of filters. And again, it's kind of a view, and I would need to look at it a bit more, a good bit more, and more footage rather than just this one angle that I looked at. But from what I could gather from that video, at least, I don't think it was real. I don't think that video's real. Now, if that is the case, fucking hell, man. What can we honestly buy? Nothing, of course, right? Nothing. And there's anomalies in the video. Not just with Charlie, but with the crowd as well. Anomalies that make you think, wait a minute. People's faces don't do that. This doesn't do that. And hey, you can do it yourself if you can find a decent video of the situation, download it, slow it down, manipulate contrast, brightness, saturation, what have you. And look at it, man. Your gut instinct will tell you what you're looking at. So even though I wouldn't say 100%, but I can see why people are saying, look, forget looking at the video. It's fucking fake, man. It's a fake video. And again, in the world that we're in now with deep fake AI, your starting point has to be that it won't be true. That's got to be the starting point. Because they've fooled us and fool people so many times, continuously. They ain't fucking fooling us again. So don't buy it, man. But do your own digging. That would be the best advice. Do your own digging. Don't take what I say. Do your own digging. And if you dig enough and you feel that you can put weight behind it, by all means do it, man. Speak your truth, right? Say what you need to say. People might not listen. People, speaking from experience, clearly, people might not listen. But, hey, you do what you need to do, right? You do what you need to do. So good to see Lance in the hood. I hope you're doing well, Lance. Fool me twice. Shame on you. Yeah, exactly. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what it would be. I hope you're doing well. And Chelsea as well. Just tone it down. Tone it down, right? Never mind the shouting. We'll let you off just this one time. Good to see you, Chelsea. You look as well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you and Joni are doing well over there in America. RW in the hood as well. Good to see you. I never caught you last week. I might have time on Saturday. I think I was sleeping last week when it came on. So, because I think in the UK, when you go live, well, when the pub goes, it's like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. So it can be a hit or a miss for me. Sometimes I'll watch it later if I get a chance. What do you think of Louder with Crowder bringing back Change My Mind to pick up where Charlie left off. Louder with Crowder. I don't know who that is. I don't know who. When it comes to the American side of things, I'm a bit out of sync, to be honest. So I'm unsure what you mean. To pick up where Charlie left off. Well, by the sounds of it, there was many people ready and waiting to just look. We'll carry it on like it never even happened. That's got to raise an eyebrow or two, right? There's not even this. Look, we'll give it a bit of time. Give it a bit of time here. Let it fucking sink in. People still in shock. But nah, just boom, straight out the gate. No messing about. Just get on with it. But yeah, good to see you, RW. I hope you're doing well, and Smoke Steve, and you and your wife as well, RW. Dr. Judy Woods, where did the towers go? Yeah, exactly. And of course, don't forget my wee documentary. Can I call it that? Oh, fuck. I thought that was a spider. I thought I had a spider crawling up my leg, but it was the cable of the headphones. It was touching my leg, and I thought, what the heck? Panic over, right, bloody spider. So, yeah, because I made a video and it's called Where Did the People Go? And it's on my backup channel, my second channel. I still call it the backup channel, going back to the days of the 2020 circus. But it's been on my Odyssey channel since, I think, April is when I put it up. And it was one of these videos. It took me about 3 months to make it. I was making it. I'd finished it, went back and thought, nah, I don't like it. Went, changed it, went back and thought, nah, do you know what? I don't like it. And it was this continuous sort of thing where I thought, fucking hell, nah, I don't like it, don't like it. And then I thought, do you know what? I've spent that much time on it. Fuck it. Finish it. Put it out there. The ending, the beginning, the middle, the beginning and the middle was the easy part. It was the ending. I was never quite happy with the ending. I was flying through it up until I started chopping and changing the ending, and then it got to a point where, do you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm fed up of it now. I'm fed up of it. And I thought, kind of thought, look, I'll just scrap it. And then I thought, nah, I've spent that much time on it. It would just feel like a complete and utter waste. It probably is anyway. But you'll find it on, if you go to the About section, on Realness, REELNESS, my backup channel, you'll find the full movie of Snake Eyes as well, by the way. And you'll find the video before that is the full version of Where Did the People Go? Which is a nod to, obviously, Where Did the Towers Go? And yeah, in fact, it done well on Odyssey. I think it got like 590 views, when my videos on Odyssey get about 10 views, if they're lucky. So it's done quite well. It's a bit it's a bit edgy for YouTube, because, oh, you can't show this and you can't do that. So I don't know how long it'll last on YouTube, but it's on Odyssey. And as far as I know, it can't be, unless I delete it, it can't be removed. So check it out if you've not seen it. RD, he did the event in a fully surrounding bulletproof. Yeah, that's the way it's gonna go from now on. That's the way it's gonna go, man. Everyone's gonna be driving about in the Pope Mobile with a big glass dome. So it's playing into their hands, right? That's the way it's gonna go. Good to see RW. So what I'll do is I'll find a tune. Mad Fox as well. I hope you're doing well. I'll find a tune. We'll call it a night. And RD as well. Good to see you, RD. Where did he go? Where did Ardy go? That could be a song, right? Where did Ardy go? Where did Ardy go? I'll let you finish the rest. Yeah, good to see you, Ardy. An insurance scam. Yeah. I mean, so obvious as well. So so blatant, man. And people just think, oh, but it's a coincidence. Come on. Really? Of course, 9/11 is a kind of everyday topic for us. So we'll cover that again in the near future. Like I said, it'll be weather modification in the next one. Then possibly Georgia tombstones, guidestones, and then we'll take it from there. Right, so that's the kind of thinking at the moment. Heaven, God only knows what might occur between now and then. In this world that we're in, hey, it's anybody's guess, right? So yeah, like I always say, get out there, enjoy yourself, do what you've got to do. Oh, thanks, RW. Very kind of you. Do what you've got to do. Never live in fear, no matter what they do, no matter what they say. Don't buy it. Look after yourself. Look after your family. Keep going. Keep pushing, man. You will be tested. Guaranteed. Tested might not even be the word, but you will be. But you can get through it. You can push on. You can keep going, man. Head high. Do what you need to do. Hey, don't let nobody get in your way. No matter who they think they are. Nobody, man. You keep going. You do not bend. You do not break. And like I always say, no matter what, no matter where, do not comply. And that is about it. Bye bye.